Alright everybody, are you ready? I'm ready. I'm TychoCelchuuu. This is a Company Heroes 2 Shoutcast Game 3 in a best of 3 from round 5, I think, of the Company Heroes 2 World Championship hosted by the Frontline Network. Tommy and Fatal Saint, two awesome guys, giving away $1,000 to the #1 winner of this tournament. This is only round 5 of like 7 or 8. I'm sure the tournament will be over by the time I upload this, so it's pretty sweet. Go to CoH2.org, that's a thing. What else should I advertise? I don't know. I'm out. So we have Sepha and Fatal Saint. This is the third of a best of 3. Or sorry, Sepha and TittiTwister fighting each other. Third of a best of 3. I could spoil who won the first 2 games, but if you have a brain, you know that one of them won the first game and the other one won the second game, because that's how a best of 3 works, right? At least on this planet. Sometimes. Most of the time. So finally we have Sepha in this final game of the series, of the round, of the matchup, as the Soviets, the noble Russian people. And by noble, I mean they've been designed primarily to resemble the enemy at the Russians and enemy at the gates, because that's where Relic seems to have gotten most of its historical information. If you don't believe me, play the single player. It's kind of a travesty. TittiTwister, meanwhile, is the Ostherr. He's Germans. Relic got all of their ideas about who the Germans are also from watching Enemy at the Gates, but also Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers. Obviously, they did their research. Come on, Relic knows what they're doing. So, interesting here, TittiTwister, giving his pioneers a real workout, up and over and up and over. There's just, he's making sure they're exercised, ready to go, getting their adrenaline pumping. Was heading in this direction, but then he decided, nope, I've got my Grenadiers over here. So I was going to say it's weird that he was sending 2 units out here to cap up here, but then he didn't. We got an Ura into this place so that Sepha can stop the cap from going in. Then he was running to the building to keep them from getting in, but then they got in the building, so Sepha's like, okay, I guess I'll cap this if you want to play that game. But he's going to have to stick around a little while this thing goes down before it can go up. And TittiTwister just playing the waiting game, because that was all to get his energy set up and firing. Sepha now suppressed, and TittiTwister's going to come out with his Grenadiers, be like, oh, my house, and that's sweet. Meanwhile, Sepha doing a great job capping all this. Look at this interesting capping strategy from him, going for these 3 sort of inside-middle strategic points instead of heading out here to grab this fuel, or even down here to grab this thing. And what are these guys doing? Gonna hop a fence probably. How's this? Nice crawl. Look at that. That's badass. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is sick nasty. Oh my god. They're just crawling forever. That's bugged, I think. Look at this. This is the coolest thing. So good. So good. It's human centipede. Oh, now it isn't. Ass to mouth, guys. Well, they're getting known. These are just, like, bad luck. Bad luck. Don't go across the red cover. Jesus Christ. You're fucked. What are you even doing, conscripts? You are not gonna, you have no chance to survive. Make your time. Come on. Well, at least you can survive in a house. Those will make you invincible for a while. Your friends are here. So good use of Ura by Sepha to reposition his stuff all around the map. And so let's talk about, again, the funny capping. Over here, these 3 middle inside ones, and just now branching out, not even going for the fuel, going for the strategic point first. So Sepha going fucking heavy on the strategic points, also with his conscript down here. So interesting, because his conscripts are not going as far forward as you might expect. They're going to be the fighting ones, so you want them out in the front and the engineers capping things in the back. Obviously the engineers were there first because they were built first. They were Sepha's first unit that he didn't even have to build, so they ended up out front, but he didn't even try to get a switcheroo going between the conscripts and the engineers. But the last thing he's capping is the fuel, potentially because he thought his opponent would be going there, but TittiTwister not even contesting that, not even contesting anything. TittiTwister not doing well in terms of map control at this point. Got a good fight over here on Sepha with those conscripts down to 3 dudes, but Sepha managed to retreat them out of there. So now Sepha's going for the double clown car, building them, had to build his second engineer. Nothing surprising there, pretty common strat. This is Sepha's build order and a lot of stuff. And TittiTwister, meanwhile, I don't know, let's swap over. I don't know, he's not doing anything. He doesn't have the resources to do anything, right? He doesn't have the fuel. You need one of these fuels, okay? Go for your fuel, go for the opponent's fuel, go for a fuel in a 1v1. You need to contest those things. TittiTwister not making it happen, and he's really paying for it. His opponent's going to have 2 clown cars out before he's even teched up to the shit he needs to stop it. So that's going to be really bad for TittiTwister. Maybe going to have the munitions to fight them off. It's not like he's been dropping a lot of grenades or anything, because until Hit the Dirt comes out, it's not super useful to use the rifle grenades because your opponent's probably going to be able to dodge them. So Yeah, we'll see. He's going to have to rely on his Panzerfaust pretty well. That and the small arms fire to take these clown cars out from Sepha when they finally hit the field. And finally now also getting his fuel. But he's going to pay for it, right? Sepha's got his flames set up. He's going to get a good burst in with this. Nope, he immediately retreats. So good on the retreat there, although it's unfortunate that the MG42 didn't get to fire off a few rounds into this thing. Would have weakened it significantly. Look at how damaged it is from small arms fire. And plus the Panzerfaust. Look at that. It took a lot of damage just from these lucky penetrations. So, as does much in Company Heroes 2, that comes down to luck. Do your infantry get good penetrations against the opponent? And so TittiTwister got pretty lucky there, and Sepha's going to have to repair this thing. But no big deal, it repairs super fast because it's got really low health. So still commanding lead by Sepha, hopped in this building, eventually wants to hop out, I think, to try and cap this. That would be good. But he's got the cutoff here anyways, so TittiTwister does do a good job establishing this fuel there, but immediately he's going to get clown card. Sepha driving through, desecrating the cemetery by knocking over this fence put up, and these grenadiers are fucked. He's gonna get them on the retreat maybe. Where is that guy going? Is he gonna hop the fence? Is he gonna hop the fence? Is he gonna... Nope, you can't. He's like, oh shit, where's my squad? Where am I what am I doing? What am I even doing? What is my life? There's one guy left in my squad. He's like 20 years ahead of me. Sepha like doesn't even know where that other guy is. He's like, oh, there he is. If he had known he was there, probably would have been able to set up a better ambush. And now he's dead too, so TittiTwister is just really on the back foot. This is looking like it's going to be a quick win for Seb. A nice 2-1 fight. That first match was amazing. The second two were quite good on their own, but not as even it seems. TittiTwister really on the back foot lately. Sepha showing a butt of this thing. No good penetrations from the MG42, unfortunately for Titty. And it looks like he's packing up and moving back, but not retreating. Weird. Retreat would have been just as good there. Even better, because you'd be faster and you'd have a defensive bonus as you're running away. But finally with the 221, sorry. Does a 222 exist? I feel like a 222 scat car is a thing. In any case, this is being upgraded. This thing on the top. And it's going to shoot the clown cars from Sepha. And he's got a Puck 40 coming. So that's the sign often that an Oster player is being out clown card and out tech too fast. They have to rely, they have to sink a lot of manpower into a Pack 40, which is going to decimate the clown cars if used well, but not what you want to be buying this early in the game if your opponent's not going heavier armor. If your opponent's not rushing a T-70 this early in the game, then you probably don't want to be dumping the manpower into a Pack 40. It costs you 360, so that's a lot of manpower, and what you want is units that are better at doing everything else, not just anti-tank. Later on, of course, you can build Pack 40s, but even then they're not too tremendous. But when it's just fighting the M3A1s, trying to kill these things, then you don't want to be able to, you don't want to have to do that with you want to be able to do minor stuff. So here's the scout car coming in. One volley gets this down to half. Is the scout car going to run over the mine to give chase? The answer is it's not even going to give chase, surprisingly. And ooh, he saw the mine being laid at some point, or he saw the mine going down here, or he's wise to Sepha's mine laying ways. Mine detected, so there is a mine here. Just still can't fucking see anything. Maybe it was there and he cleared it. But so there's TittiTwister sinking more precious munitions that he could use from Faust into detecting these mines. Oh no, is he going to see it? Okay, yes. When a mine is detected, it also turns off. Because that's how real life works, right? You just walk up with a mine detector like 20 feet away from a mine, instantly defused. But then you have to extra defuse it, I suppose. And then it just disappears. What they should do is they should pick up the mines and throw them like frisbees. That would be perfectly balanced, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can tell. After two casts, it's starting to wear me down. The heat is very hot in San Diego. Clown car, destroy Faust. So, if TittiTwister's got the engine down, he can come in with this thing, kill the thing, shoot the gun, shoot. Exciting, this explodes. I swear to God somebody said that, like, they changed it so that 50% of people inside these things die when they blow up. No, clearly they didn't do that. Like, not even close. Like, they have not... Relic does not understand how clown cars and kangaroo carries and stuff affect the game. They just, they think it's really sweet to drive around in these things and kill them. I have to say I'm not a fan of what it does in the game. I liked it when flanking was how you took out MG42s and careful positioning was how you caught people on retreats. Now the way you take out MG42s is the clown car, the way you take Lava retreats his clown car. There's a grenade going in on this pack 40. Not even sure why, because all his clown cars are dead. It's not like he needs to kill the AT. But Titty might be coming back, right? Because you see all of Sepha's clown cars are dead. So Titty's getting some good damage in on these infantry squads. And managed to get out with like everybody at one person or two people in the squad. It's really hurt, but not dead. Did lose the MG42, so that's painful, but not the end of the world. It's obviously recruitable. And so although he has no map control, it's not over till the something occurs. Well, it's not over until the VPs tick down, one or the other player's base is annihilated, or somebody quits. There, see, that's how it works. That's an old saying. And Sepha making a huge tactical mistake, trying to recruit that MG42, loses the squad for his trouble, so now TittiTwister's definitely back in it. Sepha down to 2 conscripts. Oh, just kidding, he's got a couple clown cars, one here and one on the way. So TittiTwister just not having any of the map is what he's paying for. He did some weird shenanigans really early in the game. Didn't seem to know where he wanted to send his units and where to lock them down. He didn't contest the right at all. He barely contested the left at all. He gave up both fuels to Sepha, and Sepha just snowballed him by turning both those fuels into 2 scout cars. And from that point on, TittiTwister was on the back foot, finally came out with his scout car, but it's too little too late. Sepha's got some guards out, and it's going to be a hell of an uphill climb for TittiTwister to get back here. Sepha's still doing the clown car thing. But like I said, he killed Sepha's conscript squad, so it's not all doom and gloom now, is it then? Right, he can come back. He's got this. He's got this. He's got it in him. I'll tell you what. Sepha having chosen a doctrine, no surprise, it's the one that lets you hit the dirt. That's what everybody does. TittiTwister has not chosen a doctrine, no surprise, all the German doctrines are down. Alright, glad to see the pattern continuing. Here's a fight. Draw your own conclusions. Those are guards rifle inside, waiting. Just waiting until they find the scout car, and the scout car's like, do I do it? Do I do it? Nope. I'm out of here. I'm gonna let the Panzer Grenadiers get some damage in first. Oh, focus Grenadiers. Dying on the retreat too, that's really unfortunate. Oof. Look at that, scout car is spinning, don't know about that. Oh man, this is looking really bad for Titty if he loses this. That's gonna be bad, 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 but Sepha getting greedy, chasing this thing in too far. And he dug too deep. The bubble rock has come in. He's the pack 40. Look, remember this guy? He's still here. Is he going to shoot? Boom! He misses. Clutch shot missed by the pack 40. It's nice to see the pack is continuing the tradition of its younger brother, the pack 38, in Cup and Heroes, by missing those clutch shots that he needs to win the game. Packs are pretty much... Pack is German for I miss the clutch shot every time I need to make it. Another pack 40. This is bad for Titty. He's actually getting some infantry domination at this point. A lot of infantry squads versus Sepha's very few, but Sepha's just rushing his T-34, and it's gonna be bad, bad, bad for Titty unless he can catch it with the pack 40. And he can't, because Sepha's not gonna be that dumb. I mean, maybe, but like I said in an earlier shotcast, real-time strategy games are often about waiting for your opponent to do something dumb. So in this case, it would be run the T-34 into the pack 40, or the pack 4Ts, as it may be. The forte of the 4Ts is to take out the T-34. Wow, this is gonna be bad. Boom! Yeah, just kidding, he missed. What I tell ya? What I tell ya? A pack could not hit an enemy vehicle to save its life, and in fact, quite often packs die because they can't hit the enemy vehicle. A lot of Germans complaining about the pack 40s. They have a 3-man crew, which is just bad, bad news in the metagame, because with no target tables, they just get destroyed. They're really expensive to reinforce, they're really expensive to build, they can't cloak, can't do shit, penetration could be used for more, and Russians just circle strike on this how it works. Showing its circle strike skills, we have another pack 40 coming up down the road. Maybe gonna set up and try and save the scout car. But meanwhile, heavy infantry fighting is not really too dangerous. Both squads, or all the squads, just retreating isn't too bad. And T-34 is pushed off by this new giant pack, which actually manages to get a kill. Go figure. So Sepha pulls out of there without losing any squads. Oh, TittiTwister lost an MG42, but decided, oh no, now Sepha's taken. Bad news for Titty. Meanwhile, when life's give you lemons by killing a T-34, build another T-34, right? T-34 spam. If you're a follower of the companyheroes2.org or coh2.org forums, or regrettably, if you come here to Reddit, you'll notice I posted my unbeatable Soviet strategy on one of those places. It's an animated GIF square about this big, and it's just a conscript, and then an arrow, and then a T-34, and then an arrow, and then a conscript, and an arrow. It's just endlessly cycling, because that's what you have to do. It's a bit less than that, right? Because now the Su-85s are where the metagame is sort of moved with the nerfing of the T-34 cost up to 95 fuel, and the just supremacy of the Panzer IVs. When you're up against an evenly matched austere player, you're probably going to want to bust out the heavier stuff, but there's no denying that the T-34s have their place, and that place is crushing people beneath their tread and ramming German vehicles, mostly tanks. Probably don't ram a German vehicle that's not a tank. It's probably going to be a waste. Unless an Ostwind does not count as a tank. An Ostwind, I suppose, would be a vehicle, technically. I don't know. What makes a tank a tank? Oh man. It's philosophy, right? What makes a tank a tank? I just blew your mind, man. What makes a tank a tank? It's gotta have a turret on top, right? Otherwise it's a tank destroyer? I feel like an Ostwind kind of counts as a tank. Maybe the open top disqualifies it. But other tanks have open tops, right? See? The T-34, where's the T-34? The T-34, these holes on the top, you can open those up and people can jump out of them. So if that's open, does it turn it not into a tank? What is this cable snaking along the side of it? What do you think that's for? For dragging things? Is this for looking cool? Mysteries of the T-34. What does this say? That's a P. I think that's an R? That's an A? That's an A? I can't read Russian, if you can't tell. I can't read Cyrillic. Pretty stagnant. TittiTwister's boned. I mean, unless... Even Sepha throwing away the T-34 is not what TittiTwister needed to win. He's just not... His infantry domination is not getting him anything. He doesn't even have infantry domination. It's just like, well, come on. Between Hit the Dirt and the grenades from the Guards Rifle, Sepha's really doesn't have to worry too much about his German infantry when it comes in. And with really good MG stealing skills from Sepha, the bad MG preserving skills from TittiTwister, we're really missing the guy from the first game that was microing those snipers. So crazy. Look at this. There, see, look, grenades. Boom, squad down. That's what it takes. Yep. So Guards Rifle, really their anti-infantry really comes from the grenades. The DPs are sort of secondary. They're good if you're in a building or defending a point or something, you want to stay stationary. Really what they get you is button is the biggest thing. But yes, grenades that those Guards Rifle are good at. They'll soak up some damage running into a grenade and let the comms put up. Because they'll probably force a retreat. Think about it with a grenade. Well, the scout credit's too loud. The scout got 2 1 kill. Because they're taking damage and it's trying to deal damage. Does it get veterans? Whoop, playback over. He quits. Okay, so that was a tremendous series. I think the first game was the best. Second game was the second best. This one is really TittiTwister not contesting the right parts of the map at the right time and also getting destroyed by in the infantry fight. So I hope you really enjoyed this best of 3. I certainly did. I'm going to go twist my neck left and right because it's kind of sore.